Every 2 years, AIPAC is bringing a group of Democratic and Republican senators on a fact-finding trip to Israel to experience firsthand the situation on the ground in both Israel and the Palestinian Authority. We got to meet some of them and hear what their observations are on the current situation in the Middle East.
Susan Delbene from Washington State. Grace Mang, Queens, New York.
Ron Barber from Southern Arizona, Tucson.
Annie Custard from New Hampshire.
This is the largest delegation in history to have visited Israel at one time.
Congressman Henry Waxman explains why his constituents are so dedicated to Israel.
Well, the Jewish community of Los Angeles is very, very strongly supportive of Israel. We've had people who have donated money, large sums and small sums. The commitment to Israel is not just of the Jewish community. It is the overall position of Americans all over the United States. People understand that Israel shares our values, that they are our closest friend, that we must encourage and solidify the U.S.-Israeli relationship because it's in our interests as much as Israel's.
How does it feel to be here on the ground and for the first time experience Israel?
We're committed as a class, I think, to continue to work toward peace and democracy in Palestine, and to be on the ground today really, I think, show that that passion isn't just at home, but it's real and it's here, and we want to be a part of, encouraging a solution.
Congressman Sean Maloney from New York, who worked closely with President Bill Clinton on the Middle East, was really surprised from what he saw in person.
It's an electric city, and both Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, where we were as well. So I don't think you can be here without feeling the energy that is modern Israel, and not just because of the political opportunities we're talking about or the peace process, but because of the entrepreneurial spirit, because of the energy and youth of the people, because of the wealth that's being created here, the society that's being built. It's really a very exciting place.
It's never too late to reach for peace.
Congressman Steny Hoyer from Maryland heads the delegation as he is proud to have visited Israel already 13 times.
I call it my bar mitzvah trip to Israel, and I've seen since 1976, obviously, substantial changes. Unfortunately, many of the issues, however, that were then relevant are still relevant. But I am very hopeful. I've seen progress, but I always am inspired by the Israeli people who show such a passion for their country and for the values that their country represents. So it's always, for me, a very, very positive experience.
Although the delegation as a whole feels very positive about the onstart of the new peace talks, they are also realistic about the bumpy road ahead. For Jane 1, I'm Ron Jacobson atop at the King David Hotel in Jerusalem.